Dead to Me is a new Netflix original series starring Christina Applegate and Linda Cardellini. This was a show I really knew nothing about going into it, except for a brief synopsis that I gathered from the first 20 seconds of the trailer. As soon as I saw the cast and an extremely basic premise for the show, I was sold. So what it is Christina Applegate's character, Jen, has had her husband killed in a hit-and-run accident. And while at a grief counseling meeting, she befriends a woman named Judy, played by Linda Cardellini. And throughout this, there are tons and tons of twists and turns. This is mostly a drama with some real dark humor. If I had to give a tone to this show and what it reminds me of, the story doesn't remind me of this all so much, but I guess, as I said, the tone, where it's a lot of drama and some dark comedy. First thing that comes to mind would be American Beauty, I suppose. And I think that there will be some people who avoid it because they think it's a chick show. I didn't feel that way at all. I thought this was a near flawless season. I loved it. There's 10 episodes. They're 30 minutes apiece. And man, almost every episode has a oh shit moment where I was watching with somebody and I just kept turning back and we were eyes locked. When you're watching with somebody and something happens, you look over and you're like, oh fuck. We had that moment a few times, and through each episode. I thought each episode really progressed very well. And the mystery and the the twists and turns, they kept coming. And man, I was so into this. What makes this show so great is the characters and the acting from Christina Applegate and Linda Cardellini. They are both fucking powerhouses in this. They give so much range in their, flexing their comedic chops as well as their dramatic chops. Holy shit, man. There are lots asked from both of them. They have to both go into some really, dark places with this. When I say dark, I don't want to make it seem like it turns into some stark thriller or horror. It doesn't at all. It's just the range of emotions that's asked of them, and some of the material in here is really grim stuff. And so I was blown away by this season. That's what's interesting about Netflix is, and I know a lot of people knock it, but fuck, dude, I literally watch Netflix every single day. So when people are like, oh, I got rid of my Netflix a while ago, or, when Disney Plus comes out, I'm going to get rid of my Netflix, or Netflix really doesn't release anything anymore that of interest to what? I don't know what these fucking people are talking about. Netflix releases a new show every week that I'm interested in, and I watch one pretty much every week, almost an entire season or more in a week is what I'm saying. And I really enjoy or love almost every fucking one of them. So, yeah, Netflix is killing it for me. I'm going to check out Chambers next with Uma Thurman. But that's the cool thing about Netflix. This is what I was trying to get to, is that you'll have a week, you'll have a trailer drop, and within a month or less, a show you never heard of before, didn't know it was coming out or anything, has a trailer drop, looks cool, looks promising, has well-known actors in it, has a high production value, whatever, and boom, within 2 or 3 weeks, which, I do love the instant gratification of Netflix. I don't have anything against the extremely long waits sometimes, although the new Star Wars movie starting in 3 years after Rise of Skywalker is gonna be wow. That's beyond even I don't even want to think about that. But getting that instant gratification that Netflix series like this gives us is great. And man, this one, what a sleeper. This just came out of fucking nowhere. And I think that I really feel like this is a show for everyone, but A friend of mine already checked it out on my recommendation. She watched one episode and was like, I'm fucking crying the entire time. Um, she didn't divulge to me, though, that it was her time of the month, so maybe she should watch this at a different time because she's extremely emotional right now. I didn't find it to be that gut-wrenching in the opening, but I'll tell you, man, in those last couple episodes, they tug at your fucking, your heartstrings and make you feel your feels for sure. I was like, wow, man. So I don't want to say too much. As I said, I don't want to give anything away because there's so many twists and turns, and I think each one of them should be experienced without any spoils to them at all. But the show will be surprising for people when they get into it. They're going to think one way, and as it progresses, they're going to be very surprised that they're starting to think a completely different way. And the way the writers were able to do that, I think, is a testament to how fucking solid their writing was in this show. When you see the show, you'll know what I'm talking about. But man, I hope that this show is looked at for nominations for the acting in it. I think it's all just fucking fantastic. As I said, I would give this a 10 out of 10 for a first season. This was fantastic. And where it leaves off, holy shit, am I ready for a second season tomorrow. So let's hope this gets picked up. Let's hope this gets a lot of attention. And as I said, don't look at this as some fucking chick show. And even if it was, it's a fantastic chick show. So if that's the way you want to look at it or whatever you got to tell yourself to feel more manly, don't. It's a fantastic show. I don't see it. Yes, the two main characters are chicks. So if that's your only credentials for being a chick show, then are any shows with primarily male cast a man's show? Should women not watch those shows? Should a guy force a woman to watch those shows with him? She's like, oh, I'm just going to watch my women shows and you can watch your men's shows. That's lame. This is a great show for everybody. Check it the fuck out. I highly recommend it. Good stuff all around. Let me know if you check it out. Adios.